Hello guys, today we're going to make cheesecake. And this cheesecake is really tasty and it is my favorite. It's strawberry cheesecake. Let's start. We are first going to use some biscuits, 100 grams, and we're going to grind it like powder. Now we're going to grind it. This is how it should look like. Small pieces like powder. Now we're going to the next step. This is the form that I will be using, and I have already put the baking paper down. So we are going now to melt 100 grams of butter. Now let it melt. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And this is an option, but if you want, you can add 1 tablespoon of honey. But it is optional. We are going to melt the sugar inside now. It looks pretty good now. Let's take it off. Now we're going to add the butter mixture to the biscuits. There we go. Now we're going to grind it again. Done. Now we're going to add the biscuit mixture. This is going to be the base of the cake. Now we're going to make it flat at the bottom. Now we're going to make it all together to make it hard at the bottom. Now I'm gonna let this cool down in the fridge for about half an hour. Next step. Now we're going to make the jelly. I'm going to use this type of jelly. It's lemon, it has lemon taste, and you could also use gelatin, but I'm going to use this to hold the cream cheese. On it, it says I'm gonna use half LD. I will be using half liter water with 2 packets. Now I'm just gonna mix this together. and then we're not going to boil it, but mix it. You don't need to use lemon, you can use whichever flavor you want if you have some other flavors. This is now done. Now let it rest until it's cold, then I'm gonna use it. Now I'm going to add the cheese. I'm going to use 2 packets. Now I'm going to add the cheese. And all the this is 50 grams of sugar and powdered sugar. Now mix it well together. The cream is now done. Now this is done, so we're going to move on to the cream. This is 300 grams of cream. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Now we're going to mix it. Now the cream is done. Now we're going to mix the cream with the cheese. I have mixed the cream and the cheese together. Now I'm going to add lemon zest. Now I'm going to add the jelly, and when I touch it, it's not really warm, it's like okay. Now I'm going to mix it. Now we're going to add the mixture on top of the biscuit. Now we're going to put it in the fridge for 5 to 6 hours. After 4 to 5 hours, now we're going to make the strawberry jelly. The cake has not now been like first package. And the second one. Now we're going to stir it. Now the mixture is done. We're now going to wait till it's cooled down and then put it on the cake. These have now cooled down, so we're going to pour it into the cake. Okay. Now pour it. Now you're going to let it rest in the fridge overnight. So now the cake is done and I'm going to take it out the form. This cake looks so beautiful and tasty. I just want to eat it right now. Let's slice it. Oh my god, this is a perfect cheesecake and I love the looks. You guys should try this recipe, it's worth it. This cake looks so beautiful and yummy. Like, subscribe and share.